I am Shraddha Pradhan, and I always wanted to buy a house in this area because we belong to Dadar. Was born here, I was brought up here. Wanted to buy a bigger house because always a dream of my father to have owned a big house. With all that, I was just being very happy and thinking about my father all the while. And then I came across what lullaby is to sing for us. So it is a poem by G.H. Patil. पाखरांची शाळा भरे पिंपळावरती चिमण्यांची पोरे भाई गोंगाट करती. And this full song is to sing, and all of us have this by hearted. So that's why पाखरांची शाळा.
Hi, I'm Fatima Shamim, founder of Human Scale Designs. We love doing residential interiors. Reason is that we get to have one-on-one interaction with the end user, and these interactions are really important for us because when you do a home, it's very special to that individual, and when we interact with them, we get an emotional connect, and that connect actually becomes the starting point for our design evolution. This space has been designed for three users. One is Shraddha ma'am, her mother, and her pet Rio. So in this house, there is just one apartment per level. Rather than cutting off and creating a lift lobby like a lift lobby and then having an entry point, we wanted to make this part of the entire home. So this space is very long and linear. I wanted to enhance that linearity rather than break it. So from the elevator, you enter directly into the client's space. What I wanted to do was connect the lift lobby to the rest of the house. To achieve that, we've created a glass sliding door. It gives a visual depth to the entire space. So my client Shraddha ma'am, she belongs to the corporate world, yet she is very creative and artistic. I wanted to give her a house which is like a canvas where she can bring in color through art, and which is why we've kept walls simple white color, and we just added one neutral shade of wood to add warmth to it. I wanted to create a motif which every Mumbaiite can relate to, and one such motif is a raindrop. I wanted to create a motif which is simple, not evidently a raindrop, but the thought has started from there. I have done it like an engraved format on the walls, and the same is repeated throughout the house in various places. Like on the furniture, it becomes an embossed motif. It's also there on the glass film. You see the continuity of the motif happening throughout in a very subtle way, in a very understated way, but it's there. So here actually a client came up with this requirement that I have a carom board, and we were well into the construction stage, and most of our furniture was like around 75% done. And since, as you see, it's a tight space, we had already worked out a space for everything, and then I was thinking that okay, where do we place the carom board? And finally we thought of creating it in a hidden corner behind the shoe rack. So the moment you step inside from the lift lobby, we've created a pause moment, which is actually the foyer area. In this foyer zone is a place where somebody will be seated for a short while before the person is attended to, and in that moment that person gets to see and enhance and appreciate the artifacts which are there. We placed a pedestal right in front of the chaise, and beyond that you actually see the window of the dining zone. So while you're seated on the chaise, you can see the art as well as you can see the depth of the room beyond and the view. Beyond the pedestal, we created a dining space. We've kept it closer to the window. Shraddha ma'am is quite a social person, and she has a lot of guests coming over. Also, she has a huge collection of trophies. So we wanted to create a space for it, and dining rooms seem like an apt area for displaying these trophies. It's a great conversation starter. Some parts of this units are also kept closed, and on the shutters we brought back the motif. We like integrating the handles within as a part of the furniture, and that's what we've done in the entire house. On the other wall we have created this tree of life. The circular wooden portion is actually a gift that she had. The relief that has been created around it is something that we added so that we could enhance this particular tree of life. So we have 2 bedrooms. Both the rooms, the material palette is almost the same, but both rooms have a distinct personality and reflecting the personality of the user. In Shraddha ma'am's room, the highlight is the canvas art. The artist has created a story around her personality and her liking for birds. So as soon as you enter into the master bedroom, you see these 2 small paintings, which is like a half-told story. And the moment you step into the master bedroom, above the bed, there's a large canvas art, which is actually completing the story, where you begin to see the entire lady and the bird with it. One of the challenges that I faced in the design of the master bedroom was the window. The window is actually off center. It's neither in the center of the room nor is it in the center of the bed. So we integrated it with the headboard as a continuation of the headboard and then made it into an arch. Actually ended up becoming a very fun element for me. The other fun element apart from the window was the gabbar chair, because it's again a chair which is kept in the corner at a vantage point where the sea view can be enjoyed. It has a rotating top and my client loves it and she calls it the gabbar chair. In mother's room we also had to add the most important thing of the house, which is the mandir. The bed was intentionally kept towards the window so that the sleeping zone and the prayer zones can be well defined. That zone has been further highlighted by adding grooves on the wall which turn onto the ceiling and then come back onto the opposite wall. Fun element in this particular room was cane texture along fusing it with glass on the wardrobe shutters that we created, and we brought in the same cane texture onto the accent chair as well. So it's a living room come den come entertainment zone. So we have a TV there, we have a sofa come bed there, and we have a bar. She also plays djembe, the African drums, and she told me that she wanted a cupboard where she could store it. Why not display these and add color to the space? So kitchen is the tiniest space of the entire house. It was very claustrophobic. So we borrowed a little bit of space from mother's room and we demolished the wall which was separating the kitchen and the foyer zone, and we made it into a glass sliding door. And the moment we did that, the entire space started looking so huge and spacious, and that's how from a cramped up kitchen it became a spacious kitchen. Our endeavor is always to create spaces which are timeless and not fad driven. But the star of every project for us is to be able to reflect the client's personality.
There is nothing like Fatima who will drive you crazy, as she is as perfectionist as you can be, and she drives people around her also the same. And all method in madness. And everything she's got into a detail. Even for a lipstick, we have planned a space in my house of mine. So it's that, what you say, the mountain and the mole, everything is fitted in the house. And it's home sweet home where my mother is, and she has her own room. She keeps on telling people this, come see my room. It looks fantastic. Look at the finish. Everybody compliments me on the furniture. People feel it's ready-made, and I'm not exaggerating anything. So you see, even false ceiling is very simple. It's easy to clean. So I think human skill design, I think they become part and parcel of the theme. They live the theme with me, and they made it happen for me. So it's care, it's customization to best of your requirements, and best quality, and dexterity is amazing. To my surprise, there was almost no occasion where I got surprised that I said something and something else has come up. No way. There was no scope for anything. I think except for all nails and all, she has involved me in everything. So no stone unturned by human scale, while making this house. Sorted, spaced out, completely a space where I can come back after 10, 12 hours of hard work and breathe. So I love it and I enjoy now coming back to a house, home sweet home.
Functionality and simplicity is the key to uh, a space which creates harmony and balance. This project has been a team effort, and I'd like to thank all the people who worked on this project. I'd like to thank Devanshi, my colleague, who worked on the design of this project, all the craftsmen, carpenters, and the entire team, Mushtaq Bhai, Muzaffar Bhai, Yogesh Bhai, everybody who teamed up to create this beautiful space.